One of the biggest question marks I see around Palworld is which stats are important for your pal when you want to use them for crafting in your camp. There are tons of different things you can do to also increase the work efficiency of your pals, but this is more for early to mid game where people are still trying to understand which are the stats they are looking at and what do they actually do. So we will go through that very quickly so that you have a better understanding. One last thing before we are getting into this, and this is very important for everyone who is just building up your camp, please make sure that all the crafting and crafting station is happening outside of your house. Because unfortunately the pathfinding for pals is really bad right now inside the house, and they are sometimes just don't work inside. So they will not go in and they will not do the crafting. I know it doesn't look great, but make it so that the pals can easily reach for boxes, for crafting stations, and so on and so forth. Because again, they're not really working great inside the house. But now let's talk about stats. The first question you probably have is the level, the stars, or anything up here important for the work efficiency of your pal? And the answer is no. The stars do not matter, the level does not matter. The only thing which matters, of course, is if you're using some skill points later on in the game and then increase the work speed. But that's something you do like knowingly, and so you don't really look out for it, right? You make that decision. Partner skills don't really matter. Active skills don't really matter for crafting. The first thing which really matters are passive skills. Please, passive skills can make or break a pal when it comes to crafting. You see it right now here. My Pengulet has Artisan, which increases the work speed by 50%. That is such a huge boon. And you want to try to get Artisan on as many pals as possible. And what you really want to try to evade is any debuffs. Yes, there are debuffs you can get, or there are some buffs which might increase the power of your pals, like Hooligan, but it will decrease the work speed, right? So look out for that and try to get the best passives like Workaholic or the Artisan skill, which will increase your work performance quite significantly. Of course, you want to keep food and sanity up to make them happy. Work speed, as I said, is a combination of certain things here. And now let's talk about the work suitability. Work suitability, I would say, is the most important thing on a pal when it comes to crafting, because there are a lot of things you have to look out for. First things first, is there a difference between level 1 and level 2 work suitability? And the answer is yes, a massive one. The work speed is going up by about 2.5 when you craft something. And I can actually show you that very quickly. We are going here to the forge and we have two pals. The one is level 1, the other one is level 2. They don't really have any other stats which make them work faster. And you will immediately see the difference here. So this is my level 2 kindling pal and this is my level 1 pal. And you can already see the difference, right? You just have to look at those two bars going up, and my level 1 pal cannot compete with a level 2 pal. So you want to get the highest level you can get. Now you might ask, okay, can, let's say, the Fox Parks actually get level 2? The answer is no. This is completely fixed. The game has already determined that all the Pangulets will be level 1 and they will have those specific work suitabilities. So that stays the same. What is also very important to note is that the level difference is also determined what they can do, what they can't do. Let's say transporting. Level 1 transporting cannot pick up the gold which is being produced here at the grazing station. That can only be transported by a level 2 pal. Or another example is my Tombat, and the Tombat has level 2 mining, and the Tombat can actually mine the ore outside of your camp, which level 2 miners cannot. They cannot be assigned to those, and you have to do it then yourself. So yes, the level differences are very important, and you should look out for them. Now, wait, does that mean I should just probably get a pal with tons and tons of different work suitabilities so that they can basically do everything? Not a good idea. Because most of the time that means that the pal is trying to do literally everything and is just stopping midway through with handiwork, then they're trying to transport, then they're trying to do the watering, then they're trying to cool the cooling. The best example here is my Penking. You can see that he's running around quite a bit and is a little bit confused on what to do first, because it's all like very important to him. And so he is not really doing anything if I'm not exactly telling him what to do. So the best thing I have noticed is that you want to tell your pals specifically what they are supposed to do. Like with this one, he is just cutting wood all the time. Or you want to make sure that they don't really have a lot of work suitability so that they can actually focus on certain aspects in your camp. And that's the things you have to know about the stats. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like and also consider to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Palworld videos. With that said, stay safe and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.